Hello everyone, my name is the SeaTactics, and welcome to another Angolmois episode review. This time we're reviewing episode 4, and I must say, did not have a lot of notes on this episode. And that's really because this episode, not a lot to talk about, to be honest. You know, the first 3 episodes we had, I would say a decent bit, but this one, I'm not really sure what to talk about. There's a lot of technical aspects, which we could of course talk about, the animation and stuff like that. But, I mean, overall, decent, solid episode, pretty good series so far. So, no, I guess we should get the talking over with and get into some more talking about the main talking stuff. We're going to talk about episode 4 of Angolmois, which picks up where episode 3 left off. The traitor who stabbed the princess is now dead when Jinza puts a blade through him. The Mongols then rain down a lot of fire arrows and coat the forest in flames. They didn't think about retreating, but they see that they brutally murdered their people, so they decide to fight. An all-out war happens, pretty much, and we get some cool fights here, some cool animation, people being sliced in half. It was pretty cool, to be honest, and we get some bad animation as well. And I mean, the animation isn't horrible, but, you know, this whole episode, and especially this scene, and another scene we'll get to in a couple minutes, doesn't really have the best animation sometimes. It's I guess because of the lower budget of this series, because it's obviously, I just feel like this obviously has a lower budget. And of course, you know, the filter doesn't help either. Then we get a scene with a new character who seems to be the, some sort of leader guy for the Mongols. Then walks in, I believe, another soldier for the Mongols, like a mercenary, who wants to kill the wolf, who turns out to be Jinza, to get revenge. I couldn't ask to be I couldn't be asked to care about what happened in this scene. I couldn't tell you what happened, really. It was boring. I thought it was a poorly delivered scene as well. I felt this could have been in a better place, to be honest, and it would have been fine, but, you know, it was just slow. It was slow and obtuse. It felt like it was just shoved in there, I guess. It just felt out of place to me. I don't know. Jinza then rallies the troops, and they form a plan to take on the Mongols. While this is happening, the princess is being taken to a safe place to get patched up. The Mongols then attack, and yet another huge battle happens between Tsushima and Toibarai, I believe. As they are bought some time, they see the Mongols are trying to take the women, so they go save the women. Toibarai guy, whatever his name is, then tells Jinza that he was told to do this because of a very special person told him to do it, and that if he's lucky, one day he'll see them. Then they fight, and in comes another leader, and Jinza basically matches him in technique. Once again, I mean, nothing much to say here. That's how I feel like this whole episode has went so far. They fought a lot. There was a lot of small dialogue stuff here and there, but that was the most important stuff in my opinion. And yeah, I mean, I just don't have a lot to say this episode, to be honest. Once again, I mean, animation, hit or miss for this. Lots of cool people getting sliced in half. Lots of animation when it comes to that. Where it misses, though, is that just some of it looks bad. I mean, some of it looks really cheap. It's also cool that the Toibarai are in here. They seem like a cool, like, special forces kind of faction that's within this kind of world, and I quite enjoy it. That being said, I don't have much to say about them, because we don't know a lot about them. They just seem like a ruthless mercenary group of sorts, who gets paid to do whatever they get paid to do. After a weird scene with Super Mongol Bad Guy, we go back to the group at Tsushima with the princess. They're trying to recoup and make it to the capital. The princess is still wounded, so Jinza chews on some of this grass that has healing properties and puts it on the princess's wound. Of course, the princess blushes super hard. Turns out that there is the kid from the traitor who tried to kill Princess roaming about. and people are like messing with him. So Ginza goes up to him, basically tells him to train and be strong so that he can one day defeat him. After the end credits scene, we see the capital is up in flames. That was the whole episode. I paid attention to this. I don't know what was happening here. Maybe I'm missing something in the comments below. If anybody here knows that I'm missing something, then yeah, put down in the comments below, because I don't know. Maybe this is just me, or there's just not a lot happened in this episode. I don't know what to say. I sat down to start writing these notes, and I was like, well, there's not much to talk about here. But, I mean, really, takeaways from this episode is the budget is really catching up. This mid-season slump is gonna be a slump for this show. I can already tell. Also, Princess, once again, she's a dumpling. She's always a dumpling. But here, she was definitely a dumpling, that's for sure. Some of the positives of this episode. I really like the cliffhanger after the credits. The Princess also continues to get super compelling and a lot of great development. It has pretty good action as well. The action is very well done, just like it has been from episode 1. And besides, you know, those weird scenes of the bad guys, pretty good sense of pacing this episode have. I really kind of like the way it went about things, besides, you know, the other stuff with the bad guys. Negatives. Lip flaps when there are no words being said. I don't know what was happening there, but the kid starts to talk and nothing comes out, and I'm like, what? And then he starts talking halfway through the lip flaps. I'm not sure what was going on there, but definitely a noticeable issue. Once again, the filter, please get rid of the filter. And honestly, just the shoddy animation sometimes. Like I said, it's hit or miss, but when it's a hit, it's good. When it's a miss, well, it could be a lot better, we'll just say. Update on the Princess liking Ginza update. She likes Ginza. I think that's pretty much confirmed by now that we're going to have a romance between these two characters. Whether or not Ginza dies at the end is totally up in the air, because he still could totally die. I mean, the show opens up with him getting arrows rained out on him, I'm pretty sure, you know. Just saying. It could happen. He could die because they teased it. So, other than that, I'm not quite sure what was up with this episode. It wasn't a bad episode. Don't get me wrong. I didn't hate. I actually really liked this episode. It's just there wasn't a lot to talk about. And once again, I'm just not sure why that is. So, if you felt like you got gypped out of an episode of me discussing stuff, there just, in my opinion, there just wasn't a lot for me to discuss. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. But I do want to know what your thoughts are on this episode down in the comments below. What did you think about the fights and animation? Do you think that the mid-season slump is going to hit this anime hard? About the Princess and Ginza, what do you think about our two main characters? I personally really enjoy them, and I hope they don't die. But one of them probably will. And what do you think about the cliffhanger ending with the capital? That was their last hope, was the capital. So now they have to fend off the Mongols without the backup of the capital. We'll see. That being said, I want to thank you all for watching this video. It helps me a lot if you give this video a like, if you subscribe and ring the bell, join the Discord, especially if you like Angolmois or just anime in general, and before you forget, have a nice day. I appreciate all the support you give me. This video is a train wreck and a half. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.